Well, actually, talking about David Bowie, I have a curiosity. Would there be a track from Diamond Dogs you would take out? I think that is really that has a perfect overall theme. Diamond Dogs, that much more than Ziggy. Maybe well, maybe I it easily wouldn't fit. Doesn't fit too much. But Diamond Dogs, that was really great. I think. What is that? What is your opinion about that?
Well, you know, Diamond Dogs, I'm ashamed to say, because I'm a huge Bowie fan, but it's one of those albums that I don't have the whole album. I kind of like have bits and pieces of it. So I wish I knew it better. I've heard Diamond Dogs on vinyl actually many times, but I don't remember right now offhand what track I would say. But what's really funny to me about Ziggy Stardust is that album is, it seems like more of a concept album than it actually is. And if you listen to it carefully, like the first 4 tracks, you're like, it's a masterpiece. And by the end, you're like, okay, it's not a masterpiece, but actually it is really amazing. And you start to get confused, like, who is this Ziggy Stardust? Does it even, is there really, like, do you really sit down and be like, all right, there's Ziggy Stardust, and this is where he's from, and this is who he is, and this is what he does? I don't even think. I think it's just he put it in enough times, and everybody thought it was a concept album. But I don't know, you might want to remove this before you put it up for YouTube consumption. I'm a little afraid to admit that my knowledge of Diamond Dogs is less than complete. Do you know Diamond Dogs really well?
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily against the theme because it's an abrasive. I can't remember the name of it. It's between Big Brother and it's after Big Brother. It's like the ever circling. Yeah, I don't like that song at all, and I don't. If I could remove that song, I think I'd be happier with the album. But I don't necessarily think that means it'd be thematically better. So I'm not really answering the question. I just would like to say, on the record, I dislike that song. Thank you.
Well, I could go on speaking about David Bowie for hours, but I give you my opinion. You should listen to. I don't know if you did to One Outside, the record they released in 1995. That's a huge album. That's really great. You should listen to that one. That was the album before, and that is really out of space. That is really great. There's really a great, actually not many people know it, but it wasn't actually a soundtrack. Only one track went on the soundtrack. It is actually an album. It's a David Bowie album. You should really listen to that. They re-released it now, I think 5 months ago. You can find it easily now. Yeah. All right, changing the issue. You've been working in a video store, all right, and you have a background as a film and music critic. And which way does it influence your songwriting?
Well, I think, you know, I'm just a big fan of movies. You know, I worked at a video store for a long time, and I wrote film criticism. And I think that, you know, it influences, it's like, you know, like Julian Schnabel, the painter, makes movies. And you know, it's just, you say like, how are his movies influenced by painting? Well, I mean, who knows? They're colorful, you know, there's a sense of composition or something. But isn't that the cinematographer's job? I don't know. I mean, I think that I'm influenced in the fact that I'm just a big fan. You know, I love movies, but I don't know. I mean, can you make, is cinematic for like, using the word cinematic to describe music is only useful up to a point. I mean, a movie's not a song, you know, so I don't know. I mean, I think that ultimately it's just all about trying to make rock songs, you know, and maybe the lyrics of those songs or something are influenced by me being a big fan of movies or writing or something like that. But I'm a little bit suspicious of people, like there were songwriters out there who were like, oh, you know, I'm really writing short stories, or like, I'm really a poet or whatever, you know, and I'm just slumming in among the idiot songwriters, rubbing elbows with the dumb rock musicians when I really deserve to be, you know, sitting in front of a shelf of books, like smoking a pipe, you know, on the back of a dust jacket. I feel like that's sort of offensive, so I don't want to say like, oh, you know, this or that.
Thank you very much. That was it. It was very short, wasn't it?